San Antonio, Texas, and the Alamo Dome. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the UTSA Roadrunners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Well, guys, Coach told me this hostile environment is going to be a big challenge today. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance. But consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it's the Roadrunners ready to kick it away first. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jackson will throw. That's caught. It's Milner. At the 45 on his way. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love it. First play of the game, they're trusting their quarterback to take a shot. He got the coverage he wanted. He found his one-on-one matchup, and his guy made a play. You cannot start better than that, fellas.
The run inside. It's White. There's a crease. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Peterson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Looking for a man. It's McCown. He's got him. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. North Texas will have to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got a man, it's Peterson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Sometimes when you play man coverage on the back, man, sometimes your eyes get lost and you start looking at the quarterback. He didn't lose vision on his man. He saw him break. He broke with him, broke on the football, and did a great job getting there and being physical and getting that guy on the ground.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got some room to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, North Texas. Took it all the way back to the house.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Gets it out quickly. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Mean Green. A great catch and run for 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Complete to start this drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Using his legs, it's White. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and North Texas has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Jackson will throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Now much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional.
Gets away from one, finds some space, and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's McCown. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And it's the Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got it down the middle, and he's dragged down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his back in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unleashes one. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Wants to throw again. Punts it out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. To the air, it's McCown. He slings it deep to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. On target. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Roadrunners want to pick up the tempo. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. So now it's 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got maybe a yard, 3rd down and 9 coming.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
Snags it and he's open. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Reese. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. New set of downs after the completion.
And man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He's good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the catch, it's Reese. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Makes it past the marker. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, North Texas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's McCown. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The give on the inside. There he goes. The 40, at the 30, the 10. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with an 83-yarder for 6. And he's coming out of the end zone. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Oregon in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Ducks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
The sure hands, it's Peterson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And it's the Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's McCown. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down. You got to throw to the sticks here. But I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch. He advances it a little bit. Doesn't quite pick it up. But now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense. You've got to...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Gonna take a shot. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, UTSA. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Jackson will throw. Under fire. Finds his tight end.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running inside, it's White. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. North Texas in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Looking for space. It's White. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the quick game. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Makes the grab in their space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Jackson gonna throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Swings it out to his running back. Could not make his way to the corner.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
up behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Roadrunners. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And he puts through the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turning it on. Touchdown, North Texas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Fires to the middle. Got a man. It's Peterson. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Wide 53. Wide 53. Temple. Right on the end.
Red pass hits complete. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game. The defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense.
Caught, and he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mean Green. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got...
Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Roadrunners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Finds his man, it's Hardy. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. There's some room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll try to run for it. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. He now has 111 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot.
Got a little grass. The 20, the 10, to the house. Touchdown, North Texas. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Donald.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.